Imagine just sleeping one morning, only to be woken up to your house falling down on you. Kurt Munn had this exact experience on the morning of January 17th, 1995 at 5:46 a.m. I thought the place was collapsing around me, as dirt from the roofing cascaded onto my head. The world was filled with a bass roar and the sound of breaking glass, of roof tiles falling, and the shrieks of rending old wood. It went on forever. I curled up in my bed and waited to see if I would die. After an eternity, the world stopped moving. I was stunned and scared and full of adrenaline. The 1995 Kobe, Japan earthquake had a magnitude of 7.2, with the only warning being changes in well water found in Kyoto, which isn't even where the earthquake hit. It lasted for 20 seconds. 6,434 people were killed, around 40,000 injured, and over 45,000 houses were destroyed, with around 240,000 damaged. Watch on to learn more about this devastating earthquake, including an explanation on how earthquakes occur, today's statistics, and how to stay safe if an earthquake hit your place. Earthquakes can occur when two tectonic plates are sliding past each other at a transform boundary, and there is friction. Plates are slabs of rock that make up the crust, and where they break are called faults. The edges of plates are quite ragged, and depending on how smooth it is, affects the strength of the earthquake. When it is not very ragged, friction caused by the two plates colliding is low, and a small earthquake will occur. If friction is high, then a bigger earthquake will occur. In general, though, earthquakes occur from pressure within the Earth's crust. Scientists can study earthquakes using seismographs, both electronic and mechanical, and are measured using the Mercalli scale or the Richter scale. On the Mercalli scale, which was developed early in the 20th century, there are 12 steps to rate earthquakes according to their intensity. Note, the Mercalli scale is not a precise measurement. It does, however, describe how people, buildings, and the land surface is affected. The Richter scale, on the other hand, was developed in the 1930s and provides accurate measurements for small nearby earthquakes, but won't work too well with larger distance ones. Today, geologists use the moment magnitude scale, a rating system that estimates the total energy released from an earthquake. This system allows people to know how strong an earthquake was, small or large, near or far, so it is quite useful. An earthquake under a magnitude of 5.0 is small and causes little damage. Any earthquake with a magnitude above 5.0, though, can cause great destruction. As of this moment, though, the whole city of Kobe has been rebuilt and is a wonderful place to visit. There are little signs of destruction left, and if you really want to know how bad the earth destruction was, you can go to the Earthquake Museum in Kobe. If not that, then you can visit some popular tourist sites like the Shin Kobe Ropeway, Sotokuen Garden, Kitano, Kobe Harborland, Kobe City Museum, Meiken Park, and Nankin-machi, or Chinatown. The weather is moderate and isn't too different from the cities around it. It's not too shabby to be living here either. The per capita income is 37,100 per year, and the population is 1,537,237 people. In a nice city like this, it's hard to imagine what it was like destroyed. However, it is not unusual that the earthquake occurred. Japan is in between the Pacific, Eurasian, and Philippine Sea Plate. The Philippine Sea Plate is being subducted under the Eurasian Plate, and Kobe is found near the edge of the Eurasian Plate. Due to that, any crashing between the plates could cause devastating earthquakes, quite frequently. In fact, there have been 23 earthquakes in Japan since the Great Hanshin earthquake, but none were in Kobe. If your area of residence is prone to having an earthquake, here are some things you should know. For one, your house should be made stronger and more flexible. This is because without it, your house could topple to the violent shaking of the earthquake. But if that's not fixable right now, there's plenty to do within your house. For example, to prevent a bookshelf from falling, fasten them to the wall with L-shaped brackets. Or, in your room, remove heavy items from walls above beds. This means to locate beds away from plate glass windows. Another thing you can do is ask your parents to get someone to strap the water heater to a wall to prevent it from toppling over and breaking a gas line. If an earthquake does hit, then drop, cover, and hold to protect yourself indoors. Try to get under a sturdy place like a desk or a table. If that is not available, then cover your head and sit against a wall. As you can see, earthquakes can be quite devastating. They can ruin homes and are hard to avoid. The Earth's movement keeps us from being able to stop this and other natural disasters, whether it be an earthquake or volcano. Either way though, you need to stay safe and know how to keep yourself safe if an earthquake did occur, which you should have learned by now. In the end though, nobody can stop an earthquake, and you shouldn't blame yourself or others for it happening. It's just one of Earth's movements, and though you should be aware of earthquakes, whether it be in Kobe or your hometown, you shouldn't fret about it. As technology gets better, earthquakes will become more and more predictable. Stay safe and be aware.